my actual eyesight. Is there the high drive? Deep center. Go, go, go. We're out of here. We're out of here. Say ya, playa.
Just like they drew it up in Hollywood. Caladros, the 3-2. Swing and a miss! And the Audubon Green Wave have upset the Kingsway Dragons! And this is it for good! The Audubon Green Wave are back in the Final Four! A gold pile on their side!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DW Broadcasting's coverage of men's varsity.
From our entire crew, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, folks.
No, camera's not and the Wi-Fi's not right. We got to fix a whole lot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, some midweek crossover action here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Of course, the last time we were over here at Davis Field, we were in this exact spot for the DWB fan vote game versus Pennsville. But today's situation is a little different. Of course, Haddon Heights and Pitman both playing this Wednesday contest as a tune-up in preparations for their Thanksgiving contests this month on November 28th. So what's going to be interesting about this matchup is Pitman wants to win. They want to win badly because they were denied the opportunity of a playoff spot by the complicated math formula that is United Power Rankings. The words UPR might as well be taboo in the town of Pitman, New Jersey, just because of how strong the Pitman faithful have disagreed with the state's math that forbid them from making the playoffs, even though their one loss of the season was a 1-point loss to Boston Catholic back in '82. But yet teams that are 2-7, 2-8 made the playoffs with ease. Pitman got the short end of the stick, and honestly, they were jokes. I mean, there's no better way to put it. Pitman was denied a rightful playoff spot because of strength of schedule, and yet we ranked strength of schedule, and we favored strength of schedule.
Captains of today's game from Pitman, number 1, Dane Collins.
Haddon Heights coming in as they tune up 2 weeks out.
Number 3, Tyler Marin.
Matchup versus Haddon Field. And Pitman, of course, getting ready for their ninth matchup in their school's history versus the Clayton Clippers.
From Haddon Heights,
it's going to be a fun one as these guys square off on this Wednesday evening. Of course,
number 3, Tomas Matthews.
Royal Division for Pitman, 4-1, 6-1 overall. Like we said, if they had beaten Gloucester Catholic by 1 point, they would have been guaranteed the number 16 seed.
Amir Outerbridge Alley.
Group 1, but the state was not that kind. And for Haddon Heights, 2-7, 1-3 in the WJFL Independence Division, along with Northern Burlington, NBC, Morristown, Delran, and a few others up there in Central Jersey. Haddon Heights with a bit of an outlier, but they are a consistent team. They have 950 total rushing yards this year, and they have 4 players, including their backup starting quarterback, who's a sophomore. They have 4 different players who have all rushed for over 100 yards. So Pitman's passing game with Dane Collum and his 45% pass completion rate, with wideouts like Hudson Rue, Anthony Egolf, and Trey Tinges. I mean, Trey Tinges is a monster out there this season. I'm excited to see what these guys can do. Coin toss was just commenced at the 50-yard line. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll turn this camera around for the starting introductions, the national anthem, and kickoff here from famous Davis Field in Pitman. We'll be right back.
Kayla Eller.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, sorry about that. Welcome back to Davis Field here. Crowd is still starting to file in as Pitman and Haddon Heights. Pitman, as we said, was a single point away back on September the 14th versus Gloucester Catholic from being guaranteed by state rule of an NJSIAA playoff.
Getting set to kick for Haddon Heights, number 20, Ryan Bailey.
Short end of the stick, and now they're playing some tune-up ball before Thanksgiving.
Back feet to receive for Pitman, number 4, Trey Kinges.
Colonial Conference foes in Haddon Heights.
And number 3, Tyler Moreau.
Audubon next Thursday on November the 14th as Haddon Heights gets ready for their, as Pitman gets ready for their 99th matchup against the Clayton Clippers. It's 74 degrees here from Davis Field. Haddon Heights kicking it away. Pitman ready to return. Haddon Heights in the white jerseys, red and gold accents, and Pitman on the left side of your screen in the black jerseys with white and orange accents. We are ready to go on this beautiful, picturesque Wednesday evening, as this one is a bouncer of a kick, gets bobbled by Pitman. He takes the knee at the 35, and we get started as the knee taken by Sam Adams.
Number 10, Sam Adams on the return for Pitman.
Ends up getting that one stopped at the 35. As Dane Collum comes in for Pitman as this starting quarterback. Remember, Kyle Kubat was here last year, the two-sport athlete for Pitman, as pretty much everybody who's an athlete in Pitman is a multi-sport athlete. But Collum's coming to this one with a 45.6% pass completion rate. It's not the biggest number. However, they're going to work their best to make sure that Haddon Heights doesn't have much of a chance in that rushing game. So Adams on the return, and Pitman starts on their own 35.
First and 10, Pitman, ball spot at their own 35-yard line.
Yeah. Some people are like offended. There you go. Need to turn around.
Column under center.
Thank you. There you go.
He sends the senior Hudson Rue in motion. They fake the jet, hands it over to Trey Tinges, who spins
Number 4, Trey Kinges on the carry.
for a gain of 3. Second down and 7 for the Panthers. Like we said, Pitman was in a position where, you know, as the state
Back up on number 51,
you can be
Nathan Linus.
and as long as you're undefeated, you're guaranteed a playoff spot in the South and Central Jersey brackets.
Now, at worst, you would have been 8-0 and then...
Second down and 6 for Pitman. Ball spotted at the room. 39-yard line.
But because Pitman lost in week 2 to Gloucester Catholic, that was taken away from them, and even with a 6-1 record, that 1 point made all the difference in their playoff hopes. Over the middle, a keeper.
Number 1, Dan Column on the carry.
That brings up third down.
Tackle number 5, St. Q Matthews.
Program they played all in the first round of the Group 2 playoff. They lost 34-0, but Haddon Heights is a team that'll beat you on defense, and this is a team that keeps
third down and 6 for Pitman.
Players from last year.
Ball spot at the room, 38-yard line.
They lost their starting quarterback Kevin Clark after 2 games due to injury. Now they've got the sophomore Amari Ridley in there. And we've got penalty markers on the play prior to the snap.
Penalty on the play. Encroachment against Haddon Heights.
Encroachment on the defense. And that'll help Pitman's case a little bit on this first set of downs here on this Wednesday. It's third and very manageable. 3rd and 2 now after the encroachment.
Third down and 2 for Pitman.
As folks are still filing in.
Ball spot at the room, 43-yard line.
They're on the 43. Pitman's got 2 receivers on each side. Colin retreats into the shotgun. Again, sending a man in motion. He will drop back, play action, dumps it off to the left side. He gets caught by number 8. I'm sorry, not number 8, but...
Number 1, Dan Collins pass. Complete to number 9, Blaine Ackerman.
That was number 9, Blaine Ackerman. We had this problem last year where...
Tackle number 6, Amari Ridley.
We'll make an example out of Hudson Rue for a second, where you could see that big number 0.
Good enough for a first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 Pitman.
Jerseys get... Sometimes they're
ball spot at the room.
up and they're hard to...
46-yard line.
Sure.
So a 9 looked like an 8, but instead Ackerman is the one that has the credit for the catch there. After the encroachment penalty gives Pitman a lifeline, they get a first down on 3rd and manageable. They reset at 1st and 10 from their own 46. Colin again hands off to Tinges. He barrels forward for 3 yards, and this will land in midfield.
Number 4, Trey Tinges will carry. Tackle number 3, Kamaj Matthews.
This is the second time this year we've seen Pitman. We saw them back on October 25th as a part of the DWB fan vote game between Pitman and Gateway. Over 400 people voted across.
Second down and 7 for Pitman. Ball spotted at the room, 49-yard line.
A gain of 3 on the play. Pitman just shy of midfield. They're at their own 49. Tinges drops back. He looks for a play. It's caught by Tinges. He's going to cut to the left. He'll break a couple guys, and he'll get forward. Just shy of the first by maybe a yard, but he's across the 50.
Number 1, Dave Collins pass. Complete to number 4, Trey Tinges. Tackle number 55, Jacob Carney.
Had to find a way to make something work there. Passes it flat as the pocket was.
3rd down and 1 for Pitman. Ball spotted at the Haddon Heights, 45-yard line. Number 4, Trey Tinges will carry. Tackle number 1, Yasir Arthur.
Yasir Arthur was on the tackle there for Haddon Heights.
1st and 10 Pitman. Ball spot at the Haddon Heights.
We're about 4 minutes into the
43-yard line.
Pitman is still in their first drive. They've converted on 3rd down twice in a row. Hand off to Tinges.
Number 4, Trey Tinges will carry.
I mean, again, Tinges is your kind of guy that even if you don't break free for 20 or 30 yards on every play,
Tackle number 51,
he's not Kevin.
Nathan Violinas.
But think about it this way, he's going to get you 3 or 4 or 5 yards on every play, and that's what consistency does. Tinges has a good build. He's 5'9", 165, but a lot of
Second down and 8 for Pitman.
muscle.
Ball spotted to Haddon Heights, 41-yard line.
He's just maybe a little bit of a wrecking ball that's able to get deep into the secondary and make some deep runs. And he'll also act as a receiver on that play, diving forward. They drop the sticks. He'll get up to the
Number 1, Dane Collins pass, complete to number 4, Trey Tinges.
And Collin is certainly helping his case in the
Tackle number 4, Jasir Ali Johnson.
It will be short of a first by 3 yards. But Pitman already 2 for 2 on third down conversions. They're already making a name for themselves in that category.
3rd down and 3 for Pitman. Ball spotted at the Haddon Heights 36-yard line.
They're at the 36. They've got 3 yards to go. We've got 6:50 left in quarter number 3. They will send Rue in motion. They hand it off to number 2, Anthony Egolf. He dives forward. And Egolf is going to get a couple yards out of that. He gets it up to the 32. And that will be
Number 2, Anthony Egolf on the carry.
no.
Tackle number 32, Chase Bailey.
That is a first down. That is a first down. Somebody called it a first down, and then somebody else didn't. Okay.
Good enough for a first down for Pitman. It's going to be 1st and 10 Pitman.
You saw that, yeah.
Ball spot at the Haddon Heights 33-yard line.
The officials called for a first down, and somebody didn't get the memo. 6:30 in counting in quarter number 1. Pitman being the stars of these drives. You know, look, Gateway 2 weeks ago, that was an exception. These guys are able to chew off a lot of time in just one drive.
He went this way.
Here comes the handoff
Number 4, Trey Tinges on carry.
on that play by number 3,
Tackle number 3, Kamaj Matthews.
He ends up picking up a big stop there. That'll be 2nd down for the Panthers as they lose a little bit of battleground on that rush. These guys are running 30, 35 seconds off the clock. They are taking their time. The more time that they waste on the clock, the less time Haddon Heights has to respond, especially if you have confidence you guys can get into the end zone. They fake, cross contingents. He will dive forward, and he gets wrestled to the ground.
Number 1, Dan Collins pass. Complete to number 4, Trey Tinges.
In on that one. And
Tackle number 55, Jacob Carney.
And Haddon Heights defense is finally starting to make a stand. They're realizing that even though they have more time between plays, you know, Pitman is just getting their confidence up with every single play.
3rd down and 13 for Pitman.
You know, we've seen that offensive line and that pocket
Ball spot at the Haddon Heights 36-yard line.
where there hasn't really been a passing play in this first drive where Collin has had ample time in the pocket. So if he's able to create that time, if his offensive line is able to back him up, he might be able to break away Kubat style on a couple of those long passes. He drops back again, gets hit, and it's incomplete. Carly again breaks
Number 1, Dan Collins pass. Then from 4, Trey Tinges. Falls incomplete.
Hit on the defensive line was by Samaj Matthews. So we were just talking about it. Pitman was 3 for 3 in that drive on converting on third downs, except for that last one. Still
Coming out the punt for Pitman, number 0, Hudson Rue.
Rue, the do-it-all guy for Pitman. Wide receiver, running back, kicker, punter, bus boy, I don't know what you want to say. I mean, he does everything for these guys, and he's going to punt this one away from the 36. Some big hits by Matthews. This one is up. It will roll out to the right, and just outside of the 20-yard line is where Haddon Heights will take over for their first drive of the night. Haddon Heights 2-7 on the season. They made the South Jersey Group 2 playoffs, but were shut out 34-0 in favor of the Wall Crimson Knights. And the thing about Haddon Heights is they've got a consistent rushing quad. I like to call them the Fab Four. Let's take a look at those numbers because they have some phenomenal numbers, to say the least, even for a 2-7 team. You know, look, they lost Kevin Clark in week 2. He was looking like he was going to have a good junior season. But either way, whether you run with, the sophomore starting quarterback, Amari Ridley, or if you run with Kevin Clark in 2025, these guys are going to set themselves up in a good situation because there's a decent amount of seniors, but Haddon Heights is known for having a football program that can replenish quickly. especially through the years and generations. The rush up the middle will finally have the whistles blown, as I believe that was number 30-something up on that play. Number 35, Robert Klaus, one of those Fab Four we talked about with over 100.
Number 35, Robert Claus on the carry. Tackle number 15, Jack Welsh. Second down and 4 for Haddon Heights. Ball spotted at their own 28-yard line.
6 yards on the play. That brings up second and mid-range. Tinge's got a good jump on the snap. Now it's rolled out to the right for number 12, Damir Outerbridge Ali. He's still on his feet and finally goes out of bounds at around the 42. With under 4 minutes.
12, Damir Outerbridge Ali on the carry. Pushed out of bounds on number 0, Hudson Rue.
Haddon Heights, as we said, 2-7. Both of those wins came in the WJFL Independence Division. A
First and 10, Haddon Heights, ball spotted at their own
over
37-yard line.
In Morristown, and a regular season shutout win at home over 4-6 Northern Burlington. That was a defensive gauntlet, 7-0. There were no points scored until the fourth quarter of that game. Ali hands off over the middle, diving forward. After the first down was accomplished, Claus on the carry.
Number 35, Robert Claus on the carry. Tackle number 15, Jack Welsh.
Second and 6 after a 4-yard gain there at the 41.
Second down and 6 for Haddon Heights. Ball spotted at their own 41-yard line.
Look at Haddon Heights. You talk about a trip formation, how about 4 wide receivers? Dropping back, Ali passes, it's incomplete. The pass was low from the start, and some of the blocking just wasn't there. That brings up 3rd and 6 on Haddon's first incompletion of the evening. You know, we talked about we're outside for a reason. It is a beautiful night here in Pitman. I mean, every night is a beautiful night.
Number 12, Damir Outerbridge Ali's pass, intended for number 10, Mason Drummond. Ball's incomplete.
There's a reason why the water towers say what they do. Everybody likes Pitman, myself included. It's been a
3rd down and 6 for Haddon Heights, ball spotted at their own 41-yard line.
You know, I got to say, I've really enjoyed my time here in Pitman, you know, now as a college student. Claus on the carry. He's going to dive forward, and he's got a Garnet first down.
Number 35, Robert Claus on the carry. Tackle number 4, Trey Tinges.
That defensive lineman, Christian Southard, kind of pepping up his sideline a little bit there after the first down was surrendered. These guys are at midfield. Pitman knows, you know, look, they converted 3 times on 3rd down in that prior drive, and they weren't able to get any points out of it. They don't want Haddon Heights, or they do want Haddon Heights to see the same fate, except there's less first downs. Diving forward is number 5, Sink Matthews.
Number 5, St. Q Matthews on the carry.
Ball is spotted at the 45.
Tackle number 15, Jack Welsh. And number 18, Aiden Upham.
There have only been 3 DWB games this year to have a scoreless
second down, 4 for Haddon Heights.
One was Camden Eastside Pennsauken that was scoreless all the way until 1:40 left in the 3rd. That game ended 13-8 in favor of Pennsauken. Ali breaks some ankles. He's on his feet. That's a first down. And Haddon Heights is efficiently moving the sticks. The difference
Number 12, Damir Outerbridge Ali on the carry.
was that in Pitman,
Tackle number 3, Tyler Maroon.
they kept getting battled to 3rd down, and then by that point, guess what? They were already there. They were 3 or 4 yards out. First and 10
Haddon Heights.
from the 37. Handoff to Claus. That's going to be stopped about a yard in front of the line of scrimmage. We've got 90 seconds left in quarter number 1. Still no score, as Pitman's drive took 7 minutes off the clock, but they punted at the 36. And now Haddon Heights looking to drive.
Number 35, Robert Claus on the carry.
As they're looking to get into the end zone. It will be the first game.
Second down and 7 for Haddon Heights.
On Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, where
ball spotted at the Pitman 34-yard line.
Only 2 drives, 1 from each team. Second and 7 after a 3-yard gain by Claus. Whoa, the ball gets muffed. Pitman's going to pick it up. They got it.
Fumble on the play.
Pitman was on that right away.
Recovered by number 3, Tyler Maroon.
Who picked up the fumble, and the Panthers are back in business with 56 seconds left in quarter number 1. And I think if that ball doesn't get muffed,
First and 10, Pitman, ball spotted at the road.
Finds the end zone
45-yard line.
Or early in the second quarter. Because at this juncture in the game, you know, Haddon Heights driving forward, they're getting good plays, they're getting efficient plays. You just didn't want that for Pitman. As now they'll have time for 1 or 2 more plays in the quarter. Tingers.
Number 4, Trey Tingers on the carry. Tackle number 20, Ryan Bailey.
I should say the clock started running at 48. So.
Second down and 5 for Pitman. Ball spotted at the 50-yard line.
5-yard gain for the Panthers on the rush by Tingers. I mean, like I said, Haddon Heights defense seems to be holding up. They've allowed some first downs here and there, but here's the critical point, is that, you know, they forced Pitman to punt in that first and only drive so far.
Number 4, Trey Tingers on the carry.
Barricading himself through the middle.
Tackle number 51, Nathan Leolinas.
And they'll let this one run out. At the end of quarter number 1, we've got 2 goose eggs at Davis Field, as the ball has changed hands twice. Once on a punt and once on.
That's the end of the first quarter with a score of Pitman 0
and our deadlocked,
and Haddon Heights 0.
As we're a quarter of the way through here at Davis. We'll be right back.
Third down and 1, Pitman, ball spotted at the Haddon Heights 46-yard line.
State driving test with Harper. Pass on the first attempt. You like those odds? You got a tackle forward for Pitman. But if you like
Number 5, A.J. Solano on the carry.
today at Sweet Key of the Philippine Complex.
Tackle number 32, Chase Bailey.
Chase Bailey, the junior, on the tackle for the Garnets. But things are looking up for
Fourth down and 1 for Pitman.
just trying to find a groove.
Ball spotted at the Haddon Heights 46-yard line.
Fourth and 1, Pitman punt, still let it roll. This is closer than we thought. It's going to be a touchback.
That was Hudson Rue on a punt for Pitman. The touchback.
He almost had a dime there. He almost Ray Guy that punt right there. But not meant to be. Ellie, first down from the Garnets for the 20. Don't forget, tomorrow night, check out the Roadrunner Network's debut of men and women's basketball from the RCSJ Roadrunner Athletic Complex, as it's the Camden County Cougars and the RCSJ Roadrunners in a doubleheader versus Camden County. 5 o'clock for the women's basketball team on Thursday the 7th, and 7 o'clock for the men's team. We've got a busy week of plans ahead for DWV. This is just the start of it. And for the Pitman folks at home, we'll be back in this exact spot next Thursday versus my alma mater of Audubon, as they get another 2-night before the Thanksgiving matinee versus Clayton and Haddon Township respectively on November the 28th. Unfortunately, we will not have either of those games on our schedule this year, as the West Haddon Heights gets stopped prematurely.
Number 35, Robert Claus on the carry. Tackled by a host of Pitman Panthers.
Second down is... There was a little bit of extracurriculars in the backfield by Garnet and Panther. Somebody way out there, 15, 20 yards ahead. There was some late shoving going on there.
Second down and 10 for Haddon Heights.
Rolling out to the right side is out of Ridgely. He will stay in bounds. Not getting too far on that play. That'll be
Number 12,
down.
Demir out of Ridge Alley on the carry. Tackle number 3, Tyler Maroon.
In this game,
Third down and 9 for Haddon Heights. Ball spotted at their own
we're at like
21-yard line.
Third and 9 for the Garnets as they look to get on the board here in the second quarter. In just their second offensive drive of the night. The first was truncated with a fumble out of Ridgely. On his feet, dives forward for 31. This might be enough for a Garnet's first down. Let's see where they put this. He had 9 yards.
Number 12, Demir out of Ridge Alley on the carry.
I think this is leaning towards a first down, and it will be. Garnet's pick up the first.
Tackle number 2, Anthony Egolf.
I mean, that's a good point for Haddon Heights to move forward here.
First and 10, Haddon Heights. Ball spotted on their own 31-yard line.
Converting on a 3rd and 1 doesn't hold the same weight as converting on a 3rd and 9. Your back up against the wall. Now you have an opportunity to move the ball forward throughout the remainder of this quarter and maybe burn off some more time. This one's a line drive pass by Ali. It's caught by number 6. Amari Ridley, the sophomore. He gets pushed out of bounds on the Garnet sideline, short of a first.
Number 12, Demir out of Ridge Alley's pass, complete to number 6, Amari Ridley. Pushed out of bounds, number 18, Aiden Upham.
Yard gain.
Second down and 4 for Haddon Heights.
Here comes a handoff up the middle. Haddon Heights has some room. He gets wrestled down shy of midfield, but it's enough for a down.
Number 5, St. Q Matthews on the carry. Tackle number 4, Trey Tinges. First and 10, Haddon Heights. Ball spotted on their own 47-yard line.
Rush up the middle.
Number 5, St. Q Matthews on the carry.
Matthews again on the carry.
Tackle number 2, Anthony Egolf.
Haddon Haddon Heights now with the 46 as they're across midfield and still trying to stay proactive in this drive.
Second down and 3 for Haddon Heights. Ball spot at the Pitman, 46-yard line.
4 minutes gone in the second quarter. And off again to Claus. Again, this shows the consistency that Haddon Heights has. They're going to get a first down here. What's important is that, you know, these guys, like you said, they have 4 rushers of over 100 yards.
Number 35, Robert Claus in the carry.
Like, you know,
tackle number 3, Tyler Maroon.
And Salkin, where, you know, he's got like 2,000 rushing yards.
First and 10, Haddon Heights.
Got, you know, with
ball spotted at the Pitman, 41-yard line.
Nobody else even comes close. I mean, nobody else even gets an opportunity. You know, Haddon Heights is a perfect example of sharing the wealth. These guys have a very talented roster, and they're spreading that wealth, whether it's in the receiving game or in the rushing game. Out of Ridge Alley, out to the left side. He will dive forward for a gain of 4.
Number 12, Demir out of Ridge Alley in the carry. Tackle number 3, Tyler Maroon.
Yeah, it was Maroon on the stop for a gain of 3. That will get them to the 38.
Second down and 7 for Haddon Heights. Ball spotted at the Pitman, 38-yard line.
At the 38, Heights gets ready to go with Ali under center. Hand off to the left side by Quincy Matthews. Gets it up to the 30.
Number 5, St. Q Matthews in the carry.
Yeah, it looks like St. Matthews is going to get up to the 36-yard line. Funny the way that is. It'll be third down and mid-range for the Garnets.
Third down and 5 for Haddon Heights. Ball spotted at the Pitman, 36-yard line.
They want to get into the end zone. They want to get some points on the board. We've gone a quarter and a half without really any action.
Everybody tackle!
That sounds like a good idea. Everybody needs to tackle. I kid. That's a handoff. Ali on the carry. He's going to get a first down. He's going to get more than a first down. And he'll roll this one across. Garnets pick up a first down.
Number 12, Demir Outerbridge Alley on the carry.
I mean, Outerbridge.
Tackle number 18, Adam Upham.
Outerbridge has been relentless in this drive. You know, he's taken a lot of these snaps himself.
First and 10, Haddon Heights. Ball spotted at the Pitman for the 22-yard line.
Made in this second quarter. Like we said, nobody's on the board yet, but with Haddon Heights now being 22, that goal is a lot more attainable. Now that you got 6:15 on the clock and only 22 yards to go. So Pittman would need a turnover here for them not to get on the board. That's a deep ball to the left. It's incomplete. Covering on that play was number 10, Sam Adams. And the intended receiver looks like it was number 3. Oh, they switched it up on me then.
Sam's 10, Pupil's 18. Hard to see that age.
It's hard to see all the numbers here because they're so big that when they get scrunched up, you know, we were
Second down and 10 for Haddon Heights.
with Blaine Ackerman who made
Ball spotted at the Pitman, 22-yard
We
line.
thought it was a number 8. Well, number 8 doesn't exist on this team, so we have to find another way. We got a 6:10 left in quarter number 2 after the incompletion to the left. Handoff again. Matthews breaks through. He's going to get into the red zone for the Garnets. Diving forward. And this is going to be short. Honestly, in the sea of black and white, there wasn't a whole lot I could see. But he gets a substantial gain. They'll drop the sticks entirely, and it'll bring up first and goal for Haddon Heights.
Number 5, St. Q Matthews on the carry. First and goal, Haddon Heights, ball spot at the Pitman, 3-yard line.
They are at the 3. Haddon Heights on the cusp of being the first one to strike blood here at Davis Field. Handoff over the middle. Klaus back forward. And I think they made the stop there. Second down. I mean, they're running out of avenues here.
Number 35, Robert Walls in the carry.
Keep them out of the point column. So, best thing you can do here is just, you know, kind of hold on tight, buckle up, and, you know, kind of do what Clayton did to you in the Thanksgiving game last.
Second goal, Haddon Heights, ball spot at the Pitman, 2-yard line.
A fumble, and then they did 2 more times before they scored. And Pitman just needs to make a stand on this defensive line. Ali takes it himself. He goes forward, and that's a touchdown, Garnets.
Touchdown, Haddon Heights.
The quarterback, Outerbridge Ali, the underclassman, takes
Once again, that's number 12, Demir Outerbridge Ali, on the touchdown run for Haddon Heights.
And the Garnets strike first on a QB keeper that makes this a 6-0 game in favor of the visitors. 5:18 left in the second.
Coming out to attempt the extra point for Haddon Heights, number 20, Ryan Bailey.
So this will be Bailey to kick. Holding is number 10, Mason Drum. Also a guard on the Haddon Heights basketball team. Quite an efficient scorer at that. This one's up. It's a line drive, and it hits off of the brick facing of the
Extra point is good. Score now stands.
At least it didn't
Haddon Heights 7 and Pitman nothing.
As Demir Outerbridge Ali runs for 6. We'll be right back. 5:18 left in the half. Haddon Heights up first. 7-0 Haddon Heights is a 3-yard rush by Demir Outerbridge Allen. Puts the Garnets in the Garnet and Gold up first. A squib kick for the Garnets is going to trap Pitman inside their 35. No whistles yet, and they finally fly. And Pitman will take over. 5:09 left in quarter number 2. We've got, hold on.
Number 9, Blaine Ackerman on the return.
That's my bad, folks. This is what happens when you're your own camera guy and your own broadcaster as well. Create some funny moments. Don't forget, we've got Teachers Convention Soccer coming up, and no, the teachers are not playing.
First and 10, Pitman, ball spotted at their own
kind of an
34-yard line.
Unusual start time to start a soccer game, but on Friday at 11 a.m. we've got the Ocean Township Spartans and the Delran Bears in Central Jersey Group 2 quarterfinals. Colin had to reach for that handoff as Tingus got
Number 5, AJ Salerno on the carry.
I'm sorry, AJ Salerno picks up a couple of yards there.
Back on number 32, Chase Bailey.
Pitman, as Lee said, another
2nd and 4 for Pitman, ball spotted at their own
Thursday versus
40-yard line.
of Audubon. That will be a 6 o'clock start on Thursday the 14th. We'll be there for that, as Audubon will be making its 140th appearance on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Of course, the school I called home for so many years.
Number 4, Trey Tinges on the carry.
Again gets the carry on second and mid-range. And now this brings up a third and manageable where
Tackle number 78,
really
Xavier Richardson.
true colors where, you know, Haddon Heights, they're starting to make more defensive stands. They've already forced Pitman to punt twice in relatively favorable field position. I mean, obviously at this point in the game, look, Pitman they punted, I think they have 50. And
Third down and 2 for Pitman.
I think at this juncture in the game, Chris Thomas is running a more conservative offense where they don't want to go for it on 4th and 1. They went for the hard count, didn't get it. And now Chris Thomas will call a timeout. We will take a quick break as Pitman burns their first at the half. It is
timeout Pitman.
Garnets over the Panthers with 3:48 left in quarter number 2.
In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
Got a false start on Pitman.
False start against Pitman.
I was going to say, I mean, this is a relatively large crowd, but because of how close we are to the field, and also the band is playing a little bit further away from us, we don't really have a problem hearing anybody.
Finally hear on the broadcast, people.
You're right, Vince, you're right.
Third down and 7 for Pitman. Ball spotted at their own 37-yard line.
Pitman is at their own 37. The false start made it less ideal for the Panthers. It's their 3rd and 7. They try for the hard count again. Don't get it. Collins throws over the middle.
Number 1, Dan Collins pass complete. Number 18, Aiden Upham.
So Upham complete.
Tackle number 20, Ryan Bailey.
Not a name we've heard too much of this
First
year.
and 10, Pitman. Ball spotted at the Haddon
Good
Heights
impact there.
45-yard line.
Black and orange across the 50. Over to the 45 now. Let's see what they've got in the bag here. They've got one receiver to the left. Got a whole bunch of guys in the backfield. Collins, play action, drops back. It is a
Number 1, Dan Collins pass.
back-to-back completions.
Complete to number 18, Aiden Upham.
And not only was that back-to-back completions to Upham, that's back-to-back first downs for the junior wideout.
First and 10, Pitman. Ball spotted at the Haddon Heights 35-yard line.
Upham going into this game only had 5 receptions for 73 yards, had a touchdown in a 41-14 win over Mastery Camden. Tinges immediately gets
Number 4, Trey Tinges on the carry. Tackle by number 5, St.Q. Matthews.
St.Q. Matthews there. In on that one as well, number 51, Nathan Lelionis. We have shockingly, we have 2.5 minutes left in this half. Only 2 penalty flags have been called, one for an offsides and one for a...
Second down and 13 for Pitman. Ball spot at the Haddon Heights 38-yard line.
So it seems like, knock on wood, we've been lucky with the penalty markers after we had a game 2 Wednesdays ago between Lenape and Camden Catholic that had 59 flags across all 4 quarters. Oh, he's going to get wrapped up. Tinges ends up getting hit. Back
back-to-back losses.
You guys got a block!
I mean, up
Number 1, Dan Collins pass. Complete to number 4, Trey Jenkins.
calls their timeout. They're first of the
Back one number 6, Mary Ridley.
2 good catches, back-to-back first downs, and now Haddon Heights is responding in a big way. They force 3rd and long.
Timeout, Haddon Heights.
After this quick commercial break. All right, play archive clip 11. Doubleheader reached first on an error in the first at-bat of game 2. This one's lined into center field. Slider going over. He dives. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. Ryan Slider makes the catch. Not on a slide, but instead on a dive. 2 away. We're back from break. It's going to be 3rd and 17 for the Panthers as Collin will drop back to throw. This one's a home run ball, incomplete. It finds the ground.
Number 1, Dan Collins pass. Intended for number 0, Hudson Rue. Ball's incomplete. 4th down and 17 for Pitman.
A promising drive there.
Ball spot to Haddon Heights. 42-yard line.
Job when it mattered the most. You know, they forced Collin in bad situations in the offensive line. First of all, Tinley's got the ball.
Coming on a punt for Pitman, number 0, Hudson Rue.
And that was a big deal breaker for this drive as Rue is going to be back to punt.
Down there!
This is his 3rd punt of the night. Almost trapped Haddon Heights inside the 5 earlier. This one looks good. Diving, had a hand on it, but it goes into the back of the end zone for a touchback. Haddon Heights will have a minute 45 to take over from their own 20. This broadcast is brought to you by the Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators, or Dog Pro Wrestling, New Jersey's top professional wrestling organization with high-flying action and incredible excitement all throughout the state of New Jersey. For more information on ticketing and upcoming events, visit DAWGProWrestling.com.
Thank you.
1st and 10, Haddon Heights. Ball spot at the road, 20-yard line.
After a touchback, the line is starting to form a little bit at the Pitman Snacks game. Whatever pizza they served here last year, I fell in love with that. I don't think it was Ateliers. Whatever place it was, I got to start ordering from there. After the touchback, they send the man in motion, Amari Ridley. Ball comes out again. This time Haddon Heights has it. They're rolling out to the right, and now Ridley has room. He has plenty of room. Rue gets caught up in a misdirection. Now he might be able to go the distance. There is a penalty marker down. There is a penalty marker down. Amari was all the way back at his own 10 before he picked it up. The flag is down at the 24.
Penalty on the play.
That one went 61 yards. However, it is a block in the back on Haddon Heights. With great yardage comes great penalty flags, and that will bring up a redo of 1st down for the Garnets. So Haddon Heights with their spirits a little crushed on that play as Ridley looked like he had an amazing breakaway. Kind of like what DJ Bink had versus Cumberland last year versus Gateway. Minute 31 now on the clock. This now knocks them back to 1st and 20. They're back at their own 10. Rue, the high safety for Pitman. Hand off off to the left side. Heights gets tripped up. They'll probably get at least 8 or 9 yards on that play.
Number 5, St. Q Matthews on the carry.
Haddon Heights.
Tackle number 4, Trey Tidges.
Timeout. We'll be right back. It is 7-0 with under a minute remaining in the first half.
Let's go, Pitman!
All right, boys, let's go.
Packed house for a Wednesday night here in Pitman. Not a lot of empty seats around. And that could go for both sides of the grandstands as well. Haddon Heights burned their
Second down and 10 for Haddon Heights.
2nd and 10. Haddon Heights had a block in the back call earlier, but then made up that ground on that prior play before the timeout. We've got a home run ball, well past midfield, but it's got too much mustard on it, incomplete.
Number 12, Demir Addervidge-Alley's pass, intended for number 6. And man, really falls incomplete.
Coverage was number 18, Upham. So that'll bring up 3rd and 10. I mean, even if Pitman goes into this half scoreless, they're making the right moves. And Haddon Heights hasn't outstepped them at every corner. They've outstepped them at some. That's why it's a 7-0 game and not a 0-0 game.
3rd and 10 for Haddon Heights, ball spotted at their own 20-yard line.
Miss Fowl? Why did I get someone down here?
And off over the middle.
Number 5, St. Q Matthews on the carry.
9.
Tackle number 4, Trey Tidges.
I'm sorry.
Timeout, Pitman.
Calls a timeout. We'll stay on the air. This broadcast is brought to you by Garden State Pet Center. Keep your pet happy and healthy today with the most organic food products available in South Jersey, along with toys, cages, accessories, and much, much more. Visit 7 days a week at 226 South White Horse Pike in Audubon. And also, if you are a small business owner interested in advertising with Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, all commercials you see on DWB are filmed, edited, recorded, and produced by myself and my wonderful crew. And of course, all the funds go towards my college fund, as I'm a freshman at Rowan College in South Jersey. And my executive producer, Vince, he's working at the radio station at Camden County College, doing some great work over there, both freshman in college. But Vince's alma mater, actually, funny enough, is Haddon Heights. And then I'm coming back to Davis Field next week.
Coming out the punt for Haddon Heights, number 20, Ryan Bailey.
Alma mater in Audubon. So fun stuff around here. But for an advertising inquiry, send us an email at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com. That's in the description of this YouTube video. Haddon Heights back to punt for the first time today. This one's got some distance to it, a decent spiral. This one's going to land inside the 45. It will stop dead in its tracks at the 33. And that's where Pitman will take over with 28 seconds left. That punt was made by Ryan Bailey. And now Pitman will have under 30 seconds to traverse the field and get on the board. I mean, theoretically, you get in a field goal range and you have Hudson Rue close to half of the field goal. That's your safest scenario, but it's also not your safest scenario, because what I like to say, in high school football, there is no such thing as a chip shot. Especially in South Jersey Group 1 football, there is no such thing as a chip shot field goal. You could have a field goal from the goal line and it wouldn't be a guarantee. Collum breaks through the gap in the line. He's going to cut towards the sideline. Goes down.
Number 1, Dan Collum on the carry.
Up as he burns 8 seconds off the clock.
Tackle number 15, Raphael
maybe 4
Ali.
yards, but he had to scramble in one way or another to get there. So
second down and 7
it's
for
a question
Pitman.
of if these guys are going to go
Ball
for the
spotted
home
at the
run
room.
ball.
36-yard
We're going
line.
to try to just, air this one out to get the best yardage possible. I mean, that's why Haddon Heights is playing two safeties here for plays like this. Over the middle. It is bobbled and incomplete. Intended for Upham. I'm sorry, no, that's number 13.
Number 1, Dan Collins pass. Intended for number 13, Nick Watson.
Nick Watson, the senior and transfer from St.
Broken up on
Augustine.
number 19,
Incomplete.
Payan Rivera.
So good coverage there from Haddon Heights, and that burns another 4 seconds off the clock as we set up 3rd and 7. From
Third down and 7 for
36.
Pitman. Ball spotted at their own 36-yard line.
Pitman does have 2 timeouts, so it wouldn't be absurd. But they rush.
Number 4, Trey Tanger the carry.
And it looks like that's going to be
Tackle number 3, Kamaj Matthews.
As at the end of 2 quarters here from Davis Field, it's Haddon Heights 7 and Pitman 0. As the only score was a goal line rush by the quarterback.
That's the end of the first half with the score. Haddon Heights 7 and Pitman nothing.
We'll be right back. In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choices available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high-pressure sales, but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners, as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pets' needs.
Excuse me, Goldberg is a shortstop tonight, but he had a 400 average in 2023 as a junior. A homer in each of his sophomore and junior campaigns, 331 career mark and a 430 career slugging percentage. And speaking of home runs, there's a fly ball to left, and it's gone! Devin Goldberg answers on opening day with a first pitch rocket to left, and it's 1-0 Bridgewater. We were just talking about the long ball, and he stomps on the plate, mobbed at home, and Goldberg, the leadoff man, with a swing of gold. It's 1-0. He's donning the number 34 and the shortstop for this one. First pitch. There's a line drive into center field. That one is going to drop, and it's going to go to the outfield wall.
1 run will score. Spence is going to make a huge arc around third. She will score to make it 3-0. And here comes the runner to score. It's an inside the park home run for Ella Hayes to make it a 4-0 game, a 3-run inside the Parker to the 2. Launches one foul. See, Mostero's doing us a service here. Or excuse me, D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro is doing us a service here. He's letting us have this conversation by having a long at-bat. But a lot of people are still caught up in the D1 or bust mentality. Listen to this crowd. Listen to this crowd. We'll talk about that later. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Clapping it up here for the Roadrunners. 2-2. Here's a fly ball out towards center field. This one's going back, and this one is gone! 3-run homer, D'Alessandro! And it's a 1-run game at the crack of the bat, 5-4. 3-run shot to center field. Trailing towards the right center, and the cleanup man does exactly what the position orders, cleaning up. And he does it incredibly well with a 5-4 game. He battles for 11 pitches and makes late switch for the visitors. Again inside their 5. Oh, they're going to pitch this one back for the flea flicker, touchdown West! Oh my goodness! Taking inspiration from Nick Foles and Trey Burton. I think they just pulled off the Philly special. That is the greatest touchdown I have ever seen. Well, maybe not the greatest touchdown I've ever seen. Maybe that's stretching a little bit, but one of the greatest touchdowns we've seen in a long time. And it's a tie game. Launches one foul. See, Mostero's doing us a service here.
Will lead it off for the Senators. Chase Rollins, the player manager for CHP, gets it started with a ball upstairs, and we are underway in game 1. 1-0. That one is hit well out towards left, and it is gone off the top of the goalpost. Shane Adamski with a thunderous start to his playoff series. Second pitch of the game, a solo homer to left, and before I could even write the first name down in my scorecard, it's 1-0. All right, we're back here from Davis Field. Both teams warming up on the field. 7-0 Haddon Heights. And, you know, honestly, this game has been a breeze so far. 2 penalty flags in the entire first half, and the only score was midway through the second quarter when the quarterback, Atterbridge Ali, dove into the end zone for 3 yards. So, you know, I think a lot of questions are to be raised about this Pitman offense in the second.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's game is being live streamed by Dan Wilkins Broadcasting.
Listen to that. But anyways,
if you'd like to watch it again, you can check it out on his YouTube channel.
Offense right now
once again, Dan Wilkins Broadcasting.
Conservative. They're not passing the ball a lot.
Dan's also on Twitter as well.
They're placing a lot of confidence in their quarterback, Dan Collum. I mean, a guy that I really think should be targeted more is number 18, Aiden Upham. He only had 5 receptions going into tonight. He's had 2 targets, he's caught both, and it's led to a first down. Now, of course, that is a limited supply, because then if you target him too much, Haddon Heights is going to figure it out, and they get on top of it again. But Haddon Heights has impressed me on the defensive side of the ball, considering how much they've allowed on the defensive side this season. You know, they gave up 48 to Camden Catholic, 34 to Wall. In 6 of their 9 games this year, they have allowed 25 points or more. So I think the question that's to be raised about Pitman is, how do you get around that Haddon Heights defense? Because right now, they're beating you. They're not beating you at every turn. They're not flat out dominating, but they have the edge. Haddon Heights seems to have a stronger defensive line. They're making that pocket collapse quicker, and it's forcing Collum to make quick decisions, which is why you have guys like Anthony Egolf, AJ Salerno, and most importantly, Trey Tinges, who can make those plays from the flat. And it's basically like a rush, but you're getting 5 or 6 yards more every time. So I think that Thomas should rely a little bit more on his passing game, and he should utilize Collum more, because Collum's a good quarterback, and guess what? You're going to have him again in 2025. So I think what Pitman needs to focus on here is finding a way to advance the ball more smoothly, because they punted from the 36 on their first offensive drive, and that drive alone took 6.5 minutes off the clock in the first quarter. So not only can Pitman move the ball a little bit faster, they also need to move the ball a little bit more consistently, because we saw in that first drive again, they went 3 for 4 on 3rd down conversions. Well, that means that you had to get on 3rd down 3 times in your first drive. So the question that remains for Pitman is, how are they going to get on the board here versus a Haddon Heights team that has been strengthening with every play, and a Pitman team that needs to find a way around them, find ways to get into the end zone.
Getting set to kick for Pitman, number 0, Hudson Rue.
Haddon Heights is a versatile team, and we're going to turn this party around back to the action.
Back to receive for Haddon Heights, number 12.
I think
Demir Atterbridge Alley.
What we're seeing from tonight is that, you know, Pitman.
And number 1, Yasir Arthur.
Pitman will kick off. Haddon Heights to receive the second half kickoff, as a squibber from the former soccer player for Pitman, Hudson Rue, goes back out, and he's going to break away, diving forward at the 50. Some big hits. And Haddon Heights with a great field position to start from number 4,
Number 4, Jasir Ali Johnson on the return. Tackle number 4, Trey Tinges.
And now they're going to start this drive.
First and 10, Haddon Heights ball spotted at the Pitman 48-yard line.
So let's see what they got here. Great field position for Haddon Heights in their opening second half drive.
Go defense! Go defense! Everybody tackle! Get that ball!
Haddon Heights has turned the ball over once on a fumble in the first quarter. They send a man in motion. He trips while in motion. And Ali hands it off to Claus. He will find some space. He is wide open. And on the first play from scrimmage, diving to catch him, he will fall forward into the end zone. Heights touchdown.
Touchdown, Haddon Heights.
A 48-yard breakaway from number
35, Robert Claus. On the touchdown run for Haddon Heights.
The tree is a 6-point delivery for Haddon Heights, 13-zip. That didn't take long. I mean, we're 17 seconds into this.
Coming out to attempt the extra point for Haddon Heights, number 20, Ryan Bailey.
He was able to get it done. Again, Bailey on to kick the extra point, holding his drum for his second PAT attempt of the night. Pitman gets a good read, but again, it hits off of the brick facing of the middle school. And
extra point is good. Score now stands Haddon Heights 14, and Pitman nothing.
Extends their lead with a 48-yard rush from number 35, Robert Claus, as he delivers the gift to Haddon Heights early in quarter number 3. We'll be right back. I'm going to start.
Marone,
Haddon Heights to
and number 4, Trey Tinges.
Marone and Tinges way back there to return as Haddon Heights extends their lead to 14-0 over the Panthers. As again, here comes another line drive. This one cuts to the left. Tinges will let this one go, and this one will roll out of bounds for
Penalty in the play. Kick went out of bounds.
And I believe Pittman's going to get this drive started at the 35.
Give me my dollars!
Don't forget, our next broadcast on DWB will be on Friday morning. Don't forget, the high schools have teacher convention weekend. When I was younger, I thought that the teacher, I thought the teacher convention weekend was
first and 10 Pitman, ball spot at the road, 35-yard line.
Crazy thing is, you know, they just go there to watch seminars and stuff like that. But either way, Central Jersey Group 2 boys soccer quarterfinals between the Ocean Township Spartans, a team that has never been covered before on DWB, and the Delran Bears, 11 a.m. on Friday the 8th. And then later that night, we've got Cherry Hill East and Washington Township Central Jersey Group 5 semifinals. One-handed, it's caught, and it's out of bounds. Rue makes the catch. Reels that one in.
Number 1, Dane Collins pass, complete to number 0, Hudson Rue.
The do-it-all candidate here for Pitman.
Pushed out of bounds for number 19, Hey John Rivera. First and 10 Pitman, ball spot at the 50-yard line.
We're still in the first minute of this third quarter, and they'll send Rue out to the right. They're at midfield at the 50, so Pitman, you know, with a couple of nice receptions here, they finally started to pick up the pace and turn on the Jets. Because at this point in the game, you know, it's early in the third quarter, but time is of the essence.
Number 5, A.J. Solano on the carry.
No, he's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. At best, it's a gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Tackle number 55, Jacob Carley.
Jacob Carley on the tackle.
2nd down and 9 for Pitman, ball spot at the Haddon Heights, 49-yard line.
Second and 9, they did gain that 1 yard as Collin fakes. Pass is caught to the right side. This will be short by about 2 or 3 yards. third down now. I guess Pitman listened to me a little bit.
Number 1, Dan Collins pass. Complete to number 0, Hudson
I'm
Road.
starting to realize the urgency that they have in this.
Tackle number 4, Nasir Ali Johnson.
You know, you'd rather make a move sooner rather than later.
Third down and 4 for Pitman.
Their tails off.
Ball spot at the Haddon Heights 44-yard line.
Parker's at 40. Got 3rd and 4. These guys have been relatively successful on third down conversions at this point, but it hasn't been all glitters and gold. A great snap jump there. The pocket collapses. Collins in trouble. He outruns the defensive line. He slides.
Number 1, Dan Collins on the carry. Tackle number 5, St. Q Matthews.
Because he slid and then there was a hit that came in after.
Yeah, he fell on top of him. I think it was a little, they called that.
Yeah, it was a little shaky, yeah. It's going to be short. They keep
4th and 5, Pitman. Ball spotted at the Haddon Heights 45-yard line.
They're at the enemy 45, and they've got 5 yards to go. Chance to change the tune, change the tone of this game at this point. And we got movement.
Penalty on the play.
You see that was clear as day.
Regular.
Encroachment against Haddon Heights.
Encroachment against the Garnets. There are very few penalties as obvious.
1st and 10, Pitman. Ball spotted at the Haddon Heights
That's the great
40-yard line.
4th and 5, they pick up the offsides, and I thought they were going to be working with 4th and inches, but instead you get a new set of downs, and these guys are rocking and rolling from the 39.
Let's go, line!
Dropping back Holland. He is in a lot of trouble. It's incomplete. Coverage by
Number 1, Dan Collins pass. Ball's incomplete.
Collin was a little slow to get up, but he is back on his feet. I think he got kind of jostled a little bit there in coverage. I mean, look, again, we've been talking about the pros and cons of Pitman utilizing this passing game in the second half. Yes, they're getting the passes off, but
2nd down and 10 for Pitman. Ball spotted at the Haddon Heights 40-yard line.
the pocket is collapsing faster than they can develop a play, so they end up having to find alternatives. And
Let's go, line!
you know, Pitman's going to score in this drive. They're being proactive right now. But they're just trying to advance a little bit more on each play. Colin with a handoff. Tidges finds some.
Number 5, A.J. Solano on the carry.
He gets left in the ground by number 75, Julian Broder.
Blaine, go get DJ.
Xavier Richardson.
Tackle number 78, Xavier Richardson.
How about Xavier Richardson? That's the fellow with the long hair in the center of your screen. He is a freshman, number 78. For this
3rd down and 7 for Pitman.
He's got some
Ball spot the Haddon Heights 37-yard line.
It's 3rd and 7. Ball is at the 37. These guys quickly changing personnel before the snap. Chris Thomas will look to convert. Like we said, these guys have been a little up and down with their 3rd down conversions. But this one is as important as ever. And we've got movement. Delay of game. Never mind.
Not able to play. Delay a game against Pitman.
I was going to say, I thought I saw movement on the defensive line, but instead goes against the Panthers. And that doesn't make their situation any brighter here on 3rd and 12 now. 7:58 left in the 3rd. Haddon Heights leads 14-0. Their latest touchdown.
3rd down and 12 for Pitman. Ball spot at the Haddon Heights 42-yard line.
Claws. And then before that, and hold on here. Haddon Heights calls a timeout, and so will we. 7:44 left in the
timeout. Haddon Heights.
And kind of a array and just kind of a mess of flags and everything there. We'll take a quick break. 14-0 Haddon Heights. Back here from Davis Field.
Third down and 12 for Pitman. Ball spot at the Haddon Heights 42-yard line.
Haddon Heights followed with a timeout. Third and 12. Dropping back. Column. Again, that pocket collapses. It's caught by Tinges. He refuses to get wrapped up. Goes down to 34, 35-ish.
Number 1, Dane Collins pass. Complete to number 4, Trey Tinges.
And Tinges is on
tackle number 15.
They're going to call
Raphael
for an injury.
Ali.
Pitman's athletic trainer Jennifer Smith coming out. Tinges is down on one knee. I don't know what happened there. He went through a couple of spins as he was going through the motions there on what was a gain of 8 to bring up 4th and 4. As Smith attends to Pitman's leading rusher and receiver, Trey Tinges. Tinges, the senior this year, also a stellar basketball player for the Pitman team. You know, we covered Pitman basketball extensively in the 23 to 24 winter season. They went on to win the South Jersey Group 1 sectional final. They lost in the state semifinal to that controversial charter school out of Asbury Park. I mean,
4th down and 4 for Pitman.
Pitman has been through it all.
Ball spot at the Haddon Heights 34-yard line.
They get blown out in the basketball semifinal by a team that probably shouldn't be considered a public school, and they get the short end of the stick in a playoff format that just was not kind to teams like them at all. Column again in trouble. That's a sack and a turnover. Number 3, Samaj Matthews.
Number 1, Dane Collins, sacked by number 3.
And the Garnets.
Samaj Matthews. It almost seems like turns the ball over on down.
Single play, that pocket has been collapsing for Column, and that's where the counterpoint comes in. That's where that counterpoint comes in. These guys try to advance the ball.
Spotted at the room. 43-yard line.
Yeah, you know, we said in the halftime break, Pitman should be passing more. But what's the counteract to that? Well, if you're not rushing, the offensive line isn't going to be around to help you. .7:01 left in the third. 14-zip Haddon Heights. There was no score until midway through the second quarter when quarterback Zamir Outerbridge Ali rushed for 3 yards on a short goal line scramble. That one was a high snap. He bobbles it but hangs on. That'll be a loss. It's a good break for Pitman there, obviously having some issues.
Number 5, safety Matthews on the carry.
As they did in the first half.
Tackle number 15, Jack Welsh.
Haddon Heights has only had 1 fumble turnover, but that doesn't mean that the road hasn't been a little bit rocky for them.
2nd down and 10 for Haddon Heights, ball spot at the room, 43-yard line.
So these guys are going to try to fight through it. Halfway through the third. And again, another botch snap, but he hangs on and falls backwards. He couldn't even get tackled there by number 65, Ethan Kubat.
Number 12, Zamir Ali on the carry.
I don't think that's going to be counted as a tackle for Kubat.
Tackle number 65, Ethan Kubat.
Was basically down by the time he went in on that. So back-to-back convoluted plays for Haddon Heights. It's 3rd and 14.
3rd down and 14 for Haddon Heights. Ball spotted at the room, 40-yard line.
3rd and 14, got a rusher on each side. A chance to convert, or a chance to give Pitman another try. That pocket collapses again. Outerbridge Ali is able to work his way out of it, not for long. He is going to hit the backfield. Pitman picks up a sack, number 52. Aiden Millward.
Number 12, Jameer Outerbridge Valley on the carry.
Chase Rennie and
Tackle number 52, Aiden Millward.
there is a Haddon Heights player down with the athletic trainer Tim O'Donnell out there attending to him. So a very good drive for Pitman there in a game where Haddon Heights has had the defensive edge. Pitman finally showed up there. A couple of bad snaps allowed Haddon Heights, or opened the window for Haddon Heights to lose yardage, and then that sack right there, that might have changed momentum for Pitman there. You know, look, in regulation, you've got 12 minutes in the fourth. You got 17 minutes left in this game, and you'd be surprised at how many teams we've seen this year that have 17 minutes and they can't score. But that is Samaj Matthews, who was down. He walks off under his own power after assistance from athletic trainer Tim O'Donnell. Haddon Heights led by head coach Christopher Lena, assisted by John Ferrante, Michael Austin, Brian Clark, Paul Palmer, a name that is very synonymous with the South Jersey community, the Temple alum.
4th down and 20 for Haddon Heights.
Palmer, the assistant coach. Gary Cope, Chris Deaver.
Ball spot out the room, 34-yard line.
Haddon Heights will punt.
Coming out the punt for Haddon Heights, number 20, Ryan Bailey.
20 from their own 34. Bailey out to punt with 5 minutes left in the third. Marone back to return. This one's up. It's got an odd spiral, and it will land at the 30. And Pitman will take over in a 14-0 game with 4:49 left in quarter number 3. Don't forget, we've got a huge playoff game on Friday night. It's the Cherry Hill East Cougars and the Washington Township Minutemen in the Central Jersey Group 5 bracket. We've seen Cherry Hill East a handful of times this year. They are undefeated.
Ball spot at the room, 34-yard line.
Under 20 undefeated teams remaining in the entire state. I mean, it is a packed schedule of South and Central Jersey football for Friday night. We've got East and Township.
Number 5, A.J. Salerno on the carry.
Salerno up the middle.
Tackle number 32, Chase Bailey.
I think after Pitman saw on that drive that on every pass the pocket was collapsing fast, they're now going
Second down and 7 for Pitman.
Just resorting to going back to the basics. You know, they're rushing the ball. They got 3 yards on that play. They might do it again. They might get another 3 or 4. If they can do that and Haddon Heights continue to falter, then that will be, you know, something. That will be something of conversation. Again, Column handoff over the middle to Tinges. That will get stopped at the line of scrimmage, and it's 3rd down.
Number 4, Trey Tinges on the carry. Tackle number 55, Jacob Carney.
Let's go, Ryan! Everybody fly!
Let's go, Joey!
Thank you.
3rd down and 7 for Pitman.
3rd and 7. Dropping back, Column throws. Hit as he throws, diving. It's caught by Anthony Eagle. But is it enough? First down marker is out the 40.
Number 1, Dane Collins pass, complete to number 2, Anthony Eagle.
They're going to move the sticks. First down, Pitman. That was a nice
First and
catch.
10, Pitman, ball spot at the room, 45-yard line.
Was able to convert there. Again, you know, rush, pass. It's a very simple dichotomy for these guys to use. But right now it's working. But they still have a lot of room to go and 45 yards to traverse the field.
Number 4, Trey Tinges on the carry. Tackle number 15, Raphael Ali.
Again, Pitman making some personnel changes after a loss of 2. Two and a half.
Second down and 12 for Pitman.
3rd. And the best drive Pitman seemed to have all night was that first one, but it ended up stalling out at the 36. And Pitman decided to punt. I mean, they've punted 3 times, and one of them was even on a 4th and 1 from the first half. Tinges carries it on 2nd and long. He's got a little bit more room.
Number 4, Trey Tinges will carry.
Feet and dive forward all the way across the 50 to the 47. So now what seemed like a bleak drive is now turning into a much more positive result, or at least a much more positive outlook, I should say.
3rd down and 2 for Pitman. Ball spot at the Haddon Heights 47-yard line.
Let's go!
Collum dumps a pass off, it's incomplete. On 3rd and 2, he tried to throw it in an unorthodox manner intended for Ackerman.
Number one, Dean Collins pass, and penalty number 9, Lane Ackerman. Broken up on number 1, Yasir Arthur.
3rd and 2, I feel like, you give Tinges the ball and you probably get a first down out of it. That's just my opinion.
4th down and 2 for Pitman.
They will keep the offense on the field. After the incompletion by Collins, he's got Egoff to the left, Rue to the right. On 4th and 2, they do hand it off to Tinges.
Number 4, Trey Tinges on the carry. Touchdown, Pitman.
47 yards.
Once again, that's number 4. Trey Tinges on the touchdown run for Pitman.
Here, late in the 3rd. That was the break they needed. Haddon Heights at the breakaway run earlier.
Coming out to attempt the extra point for Pitman, number 0.
Anything you can do, I can do better. We hit it from 47, you got it from 48. And Rue will be out to kick the PAT and make this game a one-score game in favor of the Garnets. Here with 1:08 left in the 3rd. Rue will kick number 4, Tinges to hold. And what was a 14-0 game for a decent while, it's about to be 14-7 if Rue hits this one. It is up away, and the former soccer player does split the upright. No, he did not split the uprights. I couldn't tell if it was short.
Extra point is no good. Score now stands Haddon Heights 14 and Pitman 6.
That's the second time. That's the second time I've jinxed Hudson Rue this year. And his dad sponsors Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, so I should probably stop doing that. It's 14-6, 1:08 left in the 3rd. We'll be right back.
For Haddon Heights, number 5, St. Q Matthews. And number 1, Yasir Arthur.
Oh, I saw St.
Extra point. 14-6. Squibber. And Mike Sprint. Ball almost came out, and they got it to 35. I mean, I like that for Pitman. I mean,
Number 3, Kamaj Matthews on the return for Haddon Heights.
They forced Haddon Heights to keep their return short and swift, and with the ball rolling slow enough, Haddon Heights wasn't really falling on the ball right away. So with the ball sitting there, well, Pitman closes that gap, and what would have been a normal kick maybe would have been returned to the 35, but with Haddon Heights getting a squib there, you're forcing the issue, you're forcing their hand, and making sure that they don't return it the wrong way. We have had some kickoffs by Pitman returned for very favorable field position for the Garnets this evening. Temperature dropped to 72 degrees here in Pitman. It is a beautiful November night. I can't believe they're saying it's 72 in the first week in November, but here we are. Ali takes the snap. He is he breaks through everybody. He is going to get towards the sideline. He'll take himself out at the 25.
Get those legs going.
Got the legs going and got
Demir out of Bridge Alley on the carry.
And he goes all the way from the 31. That's a 50-yard, that's a 46-yard gain.
First and 10, Haddon Heights, ball spot at the Pitman, 31-yard line.
Again, one of those 4 players for Haddon Heights to have over 100 rushing yards.
Everybody drop! Get that ball!
He's been spectacular so far. As with 30 seconds left in the quarter, they'll probably have time for one more play. Claus dives forward, got tripped up, just ahead of the line of scrimmage. And that should bring the 3rd frame of tonight's festivities.
Number 35, Robert Claus on the carry.
Pitman does help their own cause with a 48-yard rush by Trey
Ethan
Tinkett.
Kubat.
The extra point failed, but at the end of the 3rd quarter, we enter the final frame with Haddon Heights charging hard at 28. 14-6 Garnets. We'll be right back after this break. All right, play. Excuse me, Goldberg is a shortstop tonight, but he had a 400 average in 2023 as a junior. A homer in each of his sophomore and junior campaigns, 331 career mark and a 430 career slugging percentage. And speaking of home runs, there's a fly ball to left, and it's gone! Devin Goldberg answers on opening day with a first pitch rocket to left, and it's 1-0 Bridgewater. We were just talking about the long ball, and he stomps on the plate, mobbed at home, and Goldberg, the leadoff man, with a swing of gold. It's 1-0. Here at the start of the 4th quarter, Haddon Heights has been driving hard in this drive. A 46-yard gain from the quarterback out of Bridge Alley sets them up at the opposing 28 at the start of quarter number 4. Here comes a handoff to the left side. It's Matthews. And he'll get a couple of yards out of that one.
Number 3, Kamaj Matthews on the carry.
I mean, this rushing duo of
tackle number 2, Anthony Egolf
and Cinque Matthews have been lethal tonight for Haddon Heights. And this now brings up 3rd and 3 from the 23. As the Garnets are on the doorstep of the
3rd down and 2 for Haddon Heights, ball spotted at the Pitman, 23-yard line.
Handoff to Klaus. He's got room all by himself. He's in.
Touchdown, Haddon Heights.
His 2nd rush of the night for
once again, that's number 35, Robert Claus.
He has been the
on the touchdown run for
Haddon Heights, and he has scored his 2nd touchdown of the night. His 1st from 48, his 2nd from 23. Some long range.
Coming out to attempt the extra point for Haddon Heights, number 20, Ryan Bailey.
And Bailey will be out to attempt the extra point in a 20-6 game. And right
Right now it's a 14-point game. So if they make it 21-6, you make it a 15-point game, and you might actually force Pitman to go for 2 in one of their 2 potential touchdowns if they score at the end of this 4th quarter. It's up. It is a line drive. Bailey, please don't hit my car.
Extra point is good. Score now stands Haddon Heights 21.
I think our car's a little bit closer to the ambulance, but still. Bailey putting some glass windows under endangerment as it's 21-6. We'll be right back. Here from Pitman, they're having fun. It's 21-6 in favor of Haddon Heights as Haddon Heights broke away from 23 yards for the score.
Back deep to receive for Pitman, number 3, Tyler Marone.
Let's go, be ready.
And number 2, Anthony Eagle.
This Wednesday evening. You don't get much better than Davis Field. It's a small, small stadium, big atmosphere, especially for those Friday night lights. I mean, hey, you know, Pitman is a small town. Everybody knows everybody. And it showed as, oh, look at this, he falls on it. Lincoln Eisenhart fell right on that ball.
Number 7, Lincoln Eisenhart on the return for Pitman.
Kind of a happy accident right there. And that's the even more positive side of the squib kick for Pitman is that, you know, not only could you have gotten good field
First and 10 Pitman, ball spot at the room, 48-yard line.
Let's go, Line! Let's go, Line! Here we go,
Column back rolling on 1st and 10.
Let's go, Line! Everybody, come!
11:05 left in the 4th. Hand off to Marone.
Number 3, Tyler Marone on the carry.
Bodies flying everywhere. He gets 3 yards.
Tackle number 54, Donato Severino Cobb. Second down and 6 for Pitman. Ball spot at the Haddon Heights 47-yard line.
Let's go, Line! Everybody, block!
Oh, that was a huge hit.
Number 3, Tyler Marone on the carry.
And you could see Column turn to the referees like, why wasn't that called?
Tackle number 3, Kamaj Matthews.
They're calling that momentum.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was a freight train right there on the Haddon Heights defensive line. It's 3rd down and mid-range, 3rd and 6. So good field position to start the drive.
3rd down and 5 for Pitman.
To aid them since. Third and 5. Lines a pass. He runs back. Tinges. Breaks free. He splits the middle. He threads the needle. And throws the pylon.
Touchdown, Pitman.
Trey Tinges does it again. His second of the night. And his second.
That was number 1, Dane Collins' pass. Complete number 4, Trey Tinges. Result of the touchdown for Pitman.
7 yards in the first attempt and 46 in the second. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, they're going to go with the muddle huddle here.
Pitman will now attempt the extra point.
What's going on?
Let's go, Pitman!
Makes sense here, making a more traditional 21-14. You'd rather, yeah, Chris Thomas not happy. He calls a timeout, not happy with some of his personnel. But here's the thing for Pitman here, you know, you'd rather go for 2 here than go for 2 if you score again, because what if Haddon Heights scores again? You'd rather get that obstacle out of the way now. You know, kind of a rip the Band-Aid off situation. That is a good point, because their first PAT attempt failed with Rue. It was a little bit short. So if they fail here, now you're still stuck in a 2-possession game, 21-12.
They're not done, but their momentum is pretty much...
Well, if Pitman wants to keep the momentum on their side going into this defensive drive, they have to convert this 2-point conversion here, because Haddon Heights is going to have that momentum all in their court if they force this to be a 2-possession game still at 21-12. 9:28 left in the 4th. Column under center. From the left hash, chance to make this a 7-point game. Haddon Heights wants to hold them to 2 possessions. Column all alone. Airs it out. Right to the side of the goal.
Number 1, Dan Collins pass, completion of a 4 straight pitches. Extra point is good. Score now stands Haddon Heights 21 and Pitman 14.
Pitman might just be coming back in this one. We'll be right back. 9:28 left in quarter number 4.
Back to receiver Haddon Heights, number 1, is Sir Arthur. And number 12, Jameer Outerbridge Alley.
Bringing themselves slowly but surely back into this one. It's 21-6. Pitman scored on a 47-yard rush from Trey Tinges. Now, you know, the shift is changing a little bit. With 9:28, there's still plenty of time. Pitman did burn their first timeout of the half.
Let's go! Get that ball!
And it's been a battle of squib kicks all night. We've got another one. Ball diving out is number 9, Rich Hill.
Number 9, Richard Hill, on the return for Haddon Heights.
So 2 timeouts on both sides, and you know, this is the kind of drive where, you know, Haddon Heights...
First and 10, Haddon Heights ball spotted at their own 38-yard line.
Oh, a lot easier. Especially if they are able to chew a lot of time off the clock on this drive. You know, even if you only get 30, 40 yards, if you're able to rush the ball, burn 4, 5, 6 minutes, just like Pitman did in the first time, but they had the punt.
Gotta want it, boys.
Makes your job a lot easier.
Let's go, defense! Get ready!
Play that quarterback!
54!
It's a really big very quick handoff to Matthews. Dives forward, no whistles yet. Finally.
Number 5, safety Matthews in the carry. Tackle number 15, Jack Welsh. Second down at 6 for Haddon Heights.
To the right again. He points to his man. Scampers out of bounds. Again, this is going to be about 1 or 2 yards. They're down.
Number 12, Demir Outerbridge Ali on the carry. Pushed out of bounds, number 3, Tyler Maroon. Third down is 5 for Haddon Heights. Ball spotted at their own 43-yard line.
Let's go, baby! Shut it down! Let's go!
That's what Haddon wants to do. They're going to shut down 3rd and 5. Deny Haddon Heights a chance to burn off more time on the clock. From the shotgun, hand off to Claus. He's broken free a lot. That's a little short by 2 yards. Or more. You saw that clearly.
Number 35, Robert Claus on the carry.
And he was certainly short of that. Even
Tackle number 5, A.J. Salerno.
and they will play it safe. Well, Haddon Heights is
coming out the front for Haddon Heights.
Can't blame them for playing.
Number 20, Ryan Bailey.
Bailey's going to punt. Obviously, Pittman a little concerned about it.
Let's go, D! Get in there and block it! Get that ball!
This year.
Full speed!
7:50 and count in the fourth.
Get up!
Punt. No
Get
room
up!
to return.
Block it!
It is punted away. This is going to go inside the 20, closer to the 15-yard line. Pittman will have some work to do. They've got a 7-point game and 7 minutes 38 seconds left. More than enough time to make something happen. But we'll have to see what that is as Pittman takes over. Like we said, we've got a doubleheader on Friday, 11 a.m. Yes, 11 a.m. on a Friday. It's Teachers Convention Weekend. We've got the Ocean Township Spartans, not to be confused with the Ocean City team. This is Ocean Township and the Shore Conference. Spartans are playing.
1st and 10 Pittman, ball spotted at their own 17-yard line.
Boys soccer quarterfinals. And then the Central Jersey Group 5 semis on Friday night. Cherry Hill East and Washington Township.
Number 4, Trey Tinges on the carry.
Trey Tinges from the 17-yard line. He will go. But let's see where this goes.
Touchdown, Pittman.
Hold on here. Offensive hold. So an 83-yard rush is denied. Tinges is going to need an oxygen mask after that one. He's going to have to do it again. They'll knock this one back 10 yards. They're going to get backed up to their own 7. I mean, that's why Pittman was so, had such a staunch stance on blocking that punt, because they knew that in the position where Haddon Heights was, it was the perfect position for them to get a good drive going and good and poor field position for Pittman. They are at their own 7. 1st and 20. They hand it off to Tinges again. Whistles fly. This isn't going to go too far. 2nd down.
Number 4, Trey Tinges the carry.
But Pittman looking for a chance to break through. I mean, Tinges did it, but the holding call negated that. The Panthers making their 19th appearance on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting from October 2021 to the present day. Their first was actually in April of 2023. And they have made 19 appearances since then. Hand off over the middle, diving forward. That's at least some progress.
Number 3, Tyler Maroon on the carry.
Pittman is not happy on the sideline about a tackle made by the Haddon Heights player.
Tackle number 32, Chase Bailey.
Bit of a late hit for number 55, Jacob Carley. His name has been thrown around a lot. So
3rd down and 8 for Pittman, ball spotted at their own 19-yard line.
So they're within 10 to go. 3rd and 8 from the 19. Not an insurmountable amount. He's got Rue to the left. I wouldn't be surprised if he targets him downfield. Here we go. Long ball. Oh, too much on that. Pitman needed that. Rue gets
penalty on the play.
Jasir Ali Johnson with the cardinal sin of a fourth quarter drive, pass interference. The good thing is that a lot of the penalties we've seen tonight have been very
pass interference against Haddon Heights.
There hasn't been a lot of room for interpretation. That left no room for interpretation, I'll tell you that. You are not going to see a pass interference call clearer than that. They'll bring this to the 34. Remember, in high school football, pass interference is a 15-yard penalty. It is not a spot foul like it is in the NFL. I believe college is the same way. But I don't watch enough.
Number 5, A.J. Salerno on the carry.
Educated on that. And that's the thing I get emails sometimes about, why wasn't this pass interference call for 35 yards? I literally got a comment about it. I think it was the Penn-Saucon game versus Cherry Hill West. And I said, well, the NFL rules are not the same as the high school rules. They, play by a different rule book. It's not a spot foul for defensive pass interference. It's straight up 15 yards. I don't even think it's an automatic first down. It's
number 3, Tyler Maroon on the carry.
Less than if it's more than 15 yards to go.
Tackle number 5, St. Hugh Matthews.
3rd and 20, and you get hit with that, it would be 4th and 5. We saw that a little bit earlier this year.
3rd down and 2 for Pitman. Ball spotted at the room. 42-yard line.
42. Again, Pitman finally starting to turn up the Jets on the 3rd down conversion, something that they struggled with in the 2nd, 3rd, and most of the 4th quarters. They've got 4 minutes, 16 seconds and counting. Marone gets the handoff.
Number 3, Tyler Maroon on the carry.
First down.
Tackle number 20, Ryan Bailey.
An injured Haddon Heights player is being attended to. We'll take a break. 4:04 left in the 4th.
Ball spotted at the room, 45-yard line.
14, 3:55 left in regulation. And I say regulation because this thing might not be over. Collum gives this ball some air. It's caught downfield, but there's a flag. There's a flag at the end of the play as the ball was caught by Upham. It looks like they're moving the ball forward. Is it coming back? Or is it? I don't know. Here's the call. No flag.
Number 1, Dan Collins pass, complete to number 18, Aiden Upham.
Chatter back and forth.
And Christopher Lino was trying to get an explanation from the official too because he was not happy.
1st and 10, Pitman.
I mean, either way, you're not going to, on a call like that, you're not going to leave a lot of people happy. 1st and 10. Pitman is at the 32.
Ball spot at the Haddon Heights 32-yard line.
7, 3.5 minutes remaining in this game.
Colin drops back. He's got room. One-handed, did not bring it down.
Upham has been targeted so many times tonight. Like we said, he came into this game with a
1, Dan Collins pass. And 10 of number 18,
it feels like he's
Aiden
doubled
Upham.
that
Broken up on number 1.
in just one night, if not one half.
2nd down and 10 for Pitman.
Target for these guys.
Ball
tonight.
spot at the Haddon Heights 32-yard line.
Don't forget, Pitman has 2 more games before the end of their 2024 campaign. They play Audubon at home on the 14th, and then Clayton in their 99th annual matchup over at Davis Field on Thanksgiving. There goes Marone on the rush.
Number 3, Tyler Marone on the carry.
To the ground. It'll be 3rd down now. I mean,
tackle by number 1,
here, and with
Yasir Arthur.
Here's the thing. Pittman doesn't have all 3 of their timeouts, so they can't just go rush, timeout, rush, timeout, rush, timeout. They only have 2 left. So Pittman is in an even more dire position to score because of the fact that they don't have
3rd down and 7 for Pitman.
And that timeout was
Ball spot at the Haddon Heights 29-yard line.
in the quarter because of an issue with personnel and Chris Thomas. It's 3rd and 7. They're on the 29. Tinges is deep in the backfield. He's actually 7 yards in the backfield. They hand it off. He slides. And it will be short. It's going to be 4th down, but it's 4th and manageable here. But Haddon Heights.
Number 4, Trey Tinges on the carry.
Haddon Heights' defense was the one who had the edge in the first half. Now Pittman's defense has
4th
the
down
edge in
and
the
7 for
second half.
Pitman.
Can that tide
Ball
shift
spot at
in
the
the
Haddon
span of
Heights
one snap?
29-yard line.
This is the play right here. With Pittman only having 2 timeouts, this could determine the game, especially if Haddon Heights gets a first down on offense. 4th and 7. Pittman got bailed out on an encroachment call in a similar situation. The snap is a little low. The pass is caught by Tinges. He reached up for it. He dives. I don't know.
Number 1, Dan Collins pass. Complete to number 4, Trey Tinges.
There's no way. I think he's short by a yard or 2.
Pittman turns the ball over on down.
Haddon Heights has it with 1:49 left.
Man, we got a good angle, but still.
Yeah. Even generous, I think that was still short by a yard. So Pittman, oh, so close. However,
1st and 10, Haddon Heights, ball spot at their own 24-yard line.
what you're holding out for at this point is a bad snap or a fumbled rush, something that Haddon Heights has done in both occasions tonight. But Haddon Heights would improve to 3 and 7 on the campaign. And Pittman would fall to 6 and 2. This would be just Haddon Heights' 2nd road win of the season, dating back to September versus Morristown. We've got an option, and it's room for Outerbridge Ali, who takes the outer route and takes a first down to midfield.
Number 12, Demir Outerbridge Ali on the carry.
It's kind of a nail in the coffin right
Puts out of
there.
bounds number 9, Blaine Ackerman.
Pittman did not want that. They had 2 timeouts left. They opt not to call a timeout.
1st and 10, Haddon Heights, ball spot at their own 44-yard line.
So Haddon Heights still rolling near midfield. They are at their own 44. Hand off at the middle. He's gone. He's gone. Not just yet. He got a hand on him, but a touchdown.
Touchdown, Haddon Heights.
Touchdown, Haddon Heights.
The icing on the cake here on the road at Davis
Once again, that's
Field.
number 5, St. Q Matthews on the touchdown run for Haddon Heights.
Matthews breaks away for 56 yards as the long rushing game has been the name of the game. And Haddon Heights puts a nail in a closely fought contest. 27-14, chance to make it 28 here.
Hoop season? Hoop season? I'll be here next week.
Coming out to attempt the extra point for Haddon Heights. Number 20, Ryan Bailey.
Bailey's going to send this one away to make it 28-14. And he does.
Extra point is good. Score now stands Haddon Heights 28
Quick break.
and Pitman 14.
Puts this game, for the most part, away with 2 scores. Getting ready to close the book on this one. I shouldn't say it's entirely over because miracles do happen, but Haddon Heights definitely made the path to victory for Pitman a lot more difficult. This one's 28-14, returned by Welsh. And he'll get up to the 41-yard line, where he'll be taken down, and Pitman will have a chance to salvage some points here in the final 84 seconds.
Number 15, Jack Welsh on the return. Tackle number 1, Yasir Arthur.
Don't forget, we'll be here next week for another crossover contest between Audubon and Pitman.
1st and 10 Pitman, ball spotted at their own 41-yard line.
So we're talking about here, Audubon, Haddon Heights, and Pitman. They're all playing Thanksgiving games. So that's the reason why they're playing these tune-up games, is that, you know, it keeps these guys fresh going into the, going into the Thanksgiving games against their respective teams. Column.
Number 1, Dan Collins pass, complete number 5, A.J. Salerno.
I just said that to them all night.
Second down and 4 for Pitman, ball spotted at their own 47-yard line.
Officials are calling a timeout. Minute 16 now. Dropping back again. Collins. Here's he throws. Again, it's going off. Getting himself up.
Number 1, Dan Collins pass, complete to number 4, Trey Hinges.
Got a player down.
Back up number 19. Payon Rivera.
Coaches that is fired up. Things are starting to get chippy here. One of their Pitman coaches.
Kick his ass, Ethan!
All the way up there.
take a swing.
Taking objection to a Haddon Heights player, and we've got flag. It's the final minute of the game. Things are going to get rowdy. It's encroachment on the defense.
Penalty on the play, all sides against Haddon Heights.
It's mostly over, but this is where the emotional side of football starts to take over the physical side. And sometimes people that are strong and big in size sometimes use their physicality not for good. So we'll see how they navigate this one. We'll see how the rest of 51 seconds left in counting. Into a crossover game. Things are getting personal. Here comes a deep ball. Almost intercepted by the quarterback, number 12, out of Bridge Alley.
Ethan, take a swing at it right in the mouth.
Number 1, Dan Collins pass. Intended for number 4, Trey Tinges. Knocked down by number 12, Demir out of Bridge Alley.
Didn't really stand much of a chance on that one. It just seemed like he was wide.
Second down and 5 for Pittman.
There were no Pittman receivers down the field, and there were about 4 Haddon Heights defenders lined up deep. They were expecting a deep ball. They played it well.
Don't wait for it.
They just couldn't pull off the interception. Both teams have one timeout remaining. Haddon Heights is 2. This is going to be dumped off the Tinges, and it's incomplete.
Number 1, Dan Collins pass. Intended number 4, Trey Tinges. It's incomplete.
38 seconds left. As we said, our next broadcast, we've got a doubleheader on Friday. It's Ocean Town.
Third down and 5 for Pittman. Ball spot at the Haddon Heights
Central Jersey Group
35-yard line.
That is 11 a.m. on Friday. And then Cherry Hill East of Washington Township. That is Central Jersey Group 5 football. 6 p.m. on Friday. So we've got a double dip. Should be very, very fun. 38 seconds left. 3rd and 5. Column escapes the pocket. It is bobbled and incomplete. Almost taken in by the sophomore Ridley. Some more.
Number 1, Dan Collins pass. Knocked down by number 6, Amar Ridley.
That was number 65, Ethan Kubat, who took a couple barrels there. You can see the shoulder.
4th down and 5 for Pittman. Ball spotted at the Haddon Heights 35-yard line.
And that's the epitome of a tough player right there. When your jersey's almost ripped to shreds because of how hard you fought all night. 28-14 Heights. This might be the slowest final minute of football I've seen in my life. 32 seconds left. 4th and 5. Haddon Heights with a chance to win it. If this doesn't fall, it will not fall. It is incomplete. Almost intercepted.
Number 1, Dan Collins pass falls incomplete.
And Pittman talking to their guys before what would be a Haddon Heights win, their second win on the road this year over Morristown and now over Pittman, as both teams tuning up before their respective Thanksgiving games. Certainly not a lot of Thanksgiving in that 4th quarter, as things got chippy in the last 2 minutes, and that's what happens. The game ends, or the game is almost over, and people let the emotional side get the best of it. So Haddon Heights looks like they'll go in victory formation. Pittman would take their first loss of the season at home. And their only loss of the season was a 21-20 heartbreaking loss to Gloucester Catholic that ended up being the deciding factor in deciding whether Pittman would make the playoffs or not in South Jersey Group 1. These guys will ride it out, and the final score tonight, Haddon Heights 28, Pittman 14. These guys will shake hands on the 50, and I think it goes without saying that Haddon Heights was the better team tonight, but they weren't supposed to be. That's the end of the game.
Final score: Haddon Heights 28
made the
Pittman
playoffs.
14.
This is a team that didn't, and a team that's an extra group up on Pittman. I mean, Haddon Heights might have double the kids that Pittman has, but the defense really turned the tide between the first half and the second half. Haddon Heights had the better defense in the first half, and regardless of the final score, Pittman had the better defense in the second half. And I think that that's something that they are working on as they're looking to tune up more and more going into this Thanksgiving bout against Clayton on the 28th. They've got Audubon next week, a very similar team. And maybe a team that Pitman could have replaced in the playoffs because Audubon forfeited their last regular season game and they gained 4 spots in the UPR. I mean, if that's not psychomath, I don't know what is. But the point of the matter is that this game was dominated by long, consequential plays. 2 touchdowns tonight from the junior back Claus. I mean, he was phenomenal out there. Picked up a touchdown from 23 and from 47 in his first score of the night. And you know what, for Claus, I mean, he was a big benefactor for Haddon Heights being successful in this game. And then for Pitman, you had the monster that is Trey Tingens getting 2 touchdowns of 45-plus yards, one from 46 and one from 48. So a lot of the touchdowns in this game were scored on huge consequential plays of great yardage. And that's what decided this game in the end, is that who was better at that? It was Haddon Heights. Now for Haddon Heights, you know, they don't really have, they have another crossover game we're hearing scheduled versus Gloucester. But that's the way it is for these guys right now, is that Haddon Heights and Pitman, they're not really foes. Yeah. They got chippy on the personal end at the end, but there's not really a rivalry here. These guys last played each other in 2013. So the way it is for both of these teams, they're both trying to get better. And sometimes in the consequence of getting better, sometimes somebody gets put down on the way. So Pitman falls to 6-2, Haddon Heights improves to 3-7, and both teams will play another Colonial Conference opponent in their final tune-up before the Turkey Day Bowl, with Clayton playing Pitman for the 99th edition, and of course Haddon Heights and Haddonfield, that classic rivalry over in Camden County. That'll be all for us tonight here on this beautiful Wednesday evening from Davis Field. And I guess some Clayton players getting some intel on their opponents for 2 weeks out. From our entire crew here at DWB on this beautiful Wednesday evening from Davis Field, I should clarify, every evening in Pitman is a beautiful one. This one just happens to be more so. Our social media coordinators, Brandon McKegerland and Keely Curran. Our graphics crew, Gavin Van Rel, Caleb Lane, and Liam Nolan. The executive producer of Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, Vincent Folks. I'm Dan Wilkins. We will see you on Friday morning, bright and early from Delran versus Ocean Township, and then Cherry Hill East and Washington Township in football playoffs on Friday night. Have a good one, folks. Haddon Heights wins 28-14.